Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Land Reserves. Today, we will be looking at owner finance land out of Texas in the $0 to $25,000 range. 1 acre to whatever, 40 acres or whatever's in between that range. Um, so, yeah, we'll get right into that and start looking at some of that land. Okay, first up, we have a 20-acre property out of Sierra Blanca, Texas. That is Hud Spith, Hudspeth County. The price for this particular property is going to be $24,999. It is on the finance. Let's take a look at it. All right. Here's the seller's information right over here to the right hand side. All right. Um, recreational, residential, and undeveloped land out of Texas. All right. Activities include off-roading and RVing. Um, hmm, okay. So you would need solar power or a generator on this land. Okay. The zoning is unrestricted, meaning you can pretty much build what you want um, within certain guidelines, but for the most part, you can pretty much do what you want. It says that you would need to install a septic system. Okay, use above ground tanks or dig a well for your water supply. Okay, terrain is flat and level land. Okay, so let's see. And it says nearby wildlife, mule, deer, uh, pronghorn, antler, Rocky Mountain bullhorn, sheep. Okay, so there's animals in the area, wildlife. Okay, let's see what that let's see if it's here. Okay, so to start um the owner financing situation, they want $1,000 down payment, $250 document fee, and then $288 per month for 120 months. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these photos. Okay. All right, so you got mountain views here. And this is undeveloped land. Okay. Appears to be I don't know if that is a dirt road. If it is, it's pretty much have not been haven't been maintained. It's just like an area where they've started driving on the property. Okay, so this is uncleared land. Okay, mountain views. Okay, and that's all for the pictures for this particular property. Again, if you like what you see in this property, here's the seller's information right over here to the right. 20-acre property for $24,999 out of Sierra Blanca, Texas. That is not a bad um, investment, I would say. But let's keep it moving. Excuse me. Okay, so is this the same property? Um, so this appears to be a different property. Another 20-acre property for $25,000 out of Sierra Blanca, Texas. Okay. And here's the seller's information right over here to the right. A 20-acre property in Hudspeth County for $500 down and $500 a month for 72 months. Okay, that is the owner financing situation agreement. Okay, here's the seller's information right over here to the right. This is recreational, residential, and undeveloped land. As you can see, there's paved roads, and it looks like there's only 2 pictures. And here's one. Okay. So these are the only 2 pictures that they have there. All right, if you're interested in this property, you would like to know more about the property, feel free to give them a call. Here's the information right over here. Um, Always be sure to do your due diligence, okay, when dealing with these people, okay. Learn a little bit about the process of how things should work, okay. Use your better judgment to know if, use your better judgment to, decide if anything doesn't sound right to you, okay. Moving along. Okay, let's see. Here is a 19.8 acre property for $23,000 in Terralinga, Texas. Excuse me, Brewster County, and the road is an unnamed road. Okay, let's look at some of the pictures. Okay. Okay, $23,000 for this property. Um, Owner financing is going to put it at $24,700 with a $300 document fee, $200 down, and 98 payments of $275.61. $250 loan payment. Okay. $10 service fee, $15.61 property tax. No credit check, no interest, no prepayment penalties. Okay, so that's the information. If you like what you are reading and you're interested in the property, feel free to get a seller a call. Information right over here to the right. Let's take a look at some of the pictures. Most of these pictures appear to not be pictures that are actual pictures of the property. Okay, so let's take a look. Dirt road. And so there were no actual footage, there were no actual pictures of the actual land. From this, based up on this picture right here, it seems that Big Bend Ranch State Park is in the area. Okay, but however, there were no pictures of the actual land. Okay, if you would like actual pictures of this actual property, feel free to call the seller and inquire about that information. Moving right along. All right. All right, here we have a 9.4 acre property for $24,975 out of South Flat, Texas, Culberson County. Okay, let's take a look at the picture. Um, all right, that is a beautiful picture right there. All right, I like that right there, this first picture right here. But however, let's take a look at the owner financing situation. All right, it says owner financing, no credit check, surveyed and staked, no HOA, no restrictions. So this property has already been surveyed. All right. Um, let's see. Okay, for this particular property right here, it says camp or RV without restrictions. All right, no zoning, no HOA, no POA. All right. Um, I don't really see the owner financing information. Let's see. It's just okay. Is it okay? With an initial payment of $994, we will finance the balance for as little as $315.12 per month over 10 years. Um, over 10 years, it says, or you can choose to buy the property outright instead of financing and receive a 10% cash discount. However, the information is kind of limited when it comes to the owner financing situation. But here's the seller's information right over here to the right. Let's take a look at some of the pictures. All right. And that is all of the pictures for this particular property. If you like what you see in these pictures and what you heard in this particular listing, here's the seller's information right over here to the right. All right, feel free to give them a call and start the process today. Moving along. Okay, here is a 10-acre property for $9,997 out of Terralingo, Texas, Brewster County, on Saltgrass Road. Okay, let's take a look at that property. Here's the seller's information right over here to the right. Okay. 10 acres of untamed West Texas freedom in Brewster County. Okay. Recreational, residential, undeveloped land here. Okay. Let's see if we can find that owner's financing. Okay, it says discounted cash price $997. $9,997, or owner financing available for $599 down, then a $399 per month for 60 months. No credit check, no income verification. Everyone's qualified. No realtors fees. Okay. Uh, yeah. So that's pretty much the owner's financing situation. Let's take a look at some of the pictures. And that's all of the pictures for this particular property. This is undeveloped land. All right. You would definitely need a 4x4 type of truck to maneuver on this type of terrain. Okay. Moving along. Here's the seller's information right over here. to the right. Okay. Next up, we have a 5.21 acre property out of Dale City, Texas, um, for $8,975. Okay. Here's the seller's information right over here to the right. Okay. Uh, Freedom in West Texas. This is recreational residential horse. It says horse, so you might want to keep horses on this type of a property. Okay. Activities include camping, conservation, horseback riding, hunting, and RVing. Let's look for that owner financing information. Initial payment of $294. We can finance the balance for as little as $130.04 per month for 8 years. Or you can choose to buy the property outright instead of financing and receive 10% cash discount. All right, let's take a look at the properties. Most of these pictures do not look like actual pictures from the actual land. They're actually from Google Earth. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much it for this particular property. Here's the seller's information right over here to the right. 5.21 acre property out of Dale City, Texas. $8,975. You like what you see? Feel free to give them a call and start the process today. Moving along. Next up, we have a 20-acre property for $25,000 out of Sierra Blanca, Texas. I don't think this is any one of those other properties from earlier. Okay, it just seems like they have a lot of land in that area. That's a lot of 20-acre lots or plots of land for 25,000 in that area. Okay, recreational, residential, undeveloped land. Okay, here's the seller's information right over here to the right. Um, let's take a look. Okay, owner financing is available. Doesn't tell you what that owner financing situation looks like, but it says here it's 1 hour and 45 minutes away from El Paso, 7 hours away from San Antonio, and 8.25 hours away from Dallas. I'm assuming that's like 8 hours and 15 minutes. Not sure though. Okay, so so let's take a look at some of the pictures. Okay, this is dirt road here. All right, dirt road. Like I said before, you definitely want to have you a truck or a you definitely would like to have a 4x4 truck, but a truck is better than a car. Okay, so in this type of undeveloped land where there's no paved road. Okay, let's look at the pictures. Mountain views, nature on the land, a lot of brush and shrubs and um, trees, nature type of trees, bushes. Okay, dirt road. And that's pretty much it for this particular property. Again, here's the seller's information right over here to the right. You like what you've seen in this particular post, feel free to give them a call and start the process today on this particular 20-acre property for $25,000, Sierra Blanca, Texas. Moving along. Okay. We have here a 5-acre property for $11,975 out of Van Horn, Texas, Culberson County. Okay. All right. It says Great Texas Homestead. Okay. Recreational, residential, or horse. Okay. Let's illuminate the seller's information. Here it is, right here, right over here to the right. All right. All right. Let's see. Looking for that owner financing information here. It says there's no zoning. There's no property owner association, no POA or homeowners association. You can't RV or camp without restrictions and build if and when you want to do so. Okay. All right. Initial payment of $294. We will finance the balance for as little as $150.44 per month for over 10 years. Okay, or you can buy the property outright instead of financing and receive a 10% cash back discount. All right. Camping, conservation, horseback riding, hunting, off-roading, and RVing are all activities that you will actually likely witness or partake and participate in this type of area. Okay, let's look at the pictures. They all seem to be from Google Earth. We'll take a look to see. And that's pretty much it for this particular property. All pictures were from Google Earth. No actual footage of the actual property, but it's 5 acres for $11,975 out of Van Horn, Texas, Culberson County. Feel free to call them today and ask more about this property if you're interested. Moving along. Okay. Here we have a 26.6-acre property out of Sierra Blanca, Texas. $19,975. Here it looks like there's just more Google Earth pictures, so I'll spare you on the Google Earth pictures. Um, it's 26 acres, 26.62 acres out of Sierra Blanca, Texas. $19,975. Recreational hunting and horses. Okay. Here's the seller's information right over here to the right. Sorry about that. Okay. Owner financing, no credit check, hunting rights, no restrictions, off grid freedom. Okay. Um, let's see. Um, okay, taxes are very low, about $75 a year for smaller properties. Um, okay, so for this particular property, the saying that is the initial payment is $294. They offer financing. They will the property, finance the balance for as little as $216.58 per month for over 13 years, or you can buy it right out with a 10% cash back discount. Okay, seller's information right over here to the right. Yeah, I said I was gonna spare you guys on the on the Google Earth pictures. So we'll just move along. All right. Here's another property for another 20-acre property for $20,000 out of Fort Hancock, Texas. Um, let's see. A lot of these pictures are from Google Earth. So I'm going to skip over ones that just have Google Earth pictures for now. Let's see. Okay. Okay, here's one that has real pictures. Okay. And this particular property is 5 acres, 11,500 out of Terralinga, Texas, Brewster County, recreational, residential, and undeveloped land here. Okay. Here's the seller's information right over here to the right. Okay, for this property, it's going to be $500 down, $169 per month for owner financing. No credit checks. Okay, instant approval. Long term is for 72 months. Monthly payment for $169 per month. Okay, plus monthly $25 note servicing fee and monthly prorated property taxes. Document fee $300 non-refundable. Okay. Pay in full cash discount $11,500. Okay. Document fee $300 and it's non-refundable. Okay. All right. Let's look at some of these pictures. Okay. There's only 6 of them. All right. Dirt road and mountains. Okay. And that was it for that particular property. And we're going to make this be the last particular property that we show for this particular video. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here with me. Let's see. Um, if you I can't see how to change this. Sorry guys, I'm pretty much new to this and I can't figure out how to pull my screen back up. So I guess for this particular video, I'm going to have to call it quits. I can't bring my face back up on this particular video. If you made it to this point in the video, like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. Have a good day.